So according to Bankrate, 55 to 63% of Americans are living paycheck to paycheck. Now, guys, if you have never lived paycheck to paycheck, you're lucky. I have. And I'm going to share with you guys some of the things that it took me to get out of the living paycheck to paycheck thing. So guys, let me know down in the comments below, have you ever lived paycheck to paycheck? And if so, what did you do to change your lifestyle? So guys, living paycheck to paycheck sucks. I know with the cost of food, the living expenses, everything keeps going up. And that's not what this video is about, guys. We can't control any of that. I wish we could, but unfortunately, all we can do is control our money habits and form new self-discipline habits and mindset shifts that are going to help us keep more of our hard-earned income. So guys, if you are new here, my name is Susan Velez, and on this channel, we talk about ways to save money, make money, and keep more of your hard-earned income so that we can create wealth to catch up for retirement, especially if you are late for saving for retirement like me. So in this video, guys, I want to share with you guys some of the mindset shifts that I've had to make and some of the things that I've implemented with my money habits to help me stop living paycheck to paycheck. So guys, as I said, if you've never lived paycheck to paycheck, well, you're lucky. But unfortunately, a lot of Americans have. And we live in the richest country in the nation, guys. And American wages are a lot higher than anyone else's wages. But the truth is, Americans are horrible at saving. We are spenders, and you really have to develop the mindset shifts and the habits. So here are the 5 things that I implemented that have helped me change the way I look at money and has enabled me to get out of the paycheck to paycheck lifestyle. And I'm hoping that these are going to help you too. And number 3 is my favorite, guys. And I'm going to share with you guys how I managed to save over $130,000 in just 4 years. So the first one is, guys, that you have to change your mindset about money. You have to think differently about money. Instead of seeing it as a tool that's going to buy you something, you have to see it as a tool that's going to help you create wealth. And unfortunately, that's not something that you're taught in society. Society wants you to remain a consumer because that helps the big corporations earn money off of you. But you have to think differently. You have to see your money as a way to create wealth. And the only way to do that, guys, is by reading books, listening to podcasts, educating yourself, guys. You have to learn how to handle your finances. And this means that you're going to have to go out there and self-educate yourself. And unfortunately, most people don't. And that's why so many people are living paycheck to paycheck. The longer that you stay in the same mindset or have the same mindset that you have right now that has gotten you living paycheck to paycheck, then nothing is going to change. Number 2 is, guys, to have a budget. You can't reach your goal if you don't know what's coming in and what's going out. You have to set a budget and you have to know where your money is going. And like Dave Ramsey says, guys, you have to make every dollar work for you. So if you haven't set a budget, guys, there's several apps online that you can use. I don't recommend paying for an app. I use just a spreadsheet on Google Sheets, and I'll go in there every once in a while and make sure that that budget is still correct. If you have more money going out than you have coming in, then it's time to see if you can cut some things from your budget. That way you can stop living paycheck to paycheck. Number 3, guys, is one of my favorite things to do, is to buy assets that create wealth. And this is what has enabled me to save over $130,000 in just 4 years. So everybody's tolerance for buying assets is different. So I'm not going to share with you guys what to do, what to buy, how to invest your money, or what to buy. I think that you have to do your own due diligence, but you have to find a way to make your money work for you. And the best way that I have found for somebody average like me is just to invest in the stock market. I know it can be scary, and I know that a lot of people are scared of losing money, but guys, it is so much easier to do today than it was when we were younger. There are several online brokerage sites that will allow you to get started just by buying fractional shares. So if you haven't opened a Roth IRA or a brokerage account of some type to start investing, then I highly recommend it. Now, the first thing that I would do if you haven't started this, guys, is I would open up a Roth IRA if your income qualifies. If you can open up an IRA, you'll want to make sure you go to the IRS website, find out what the qualifications are, and if you meet them, guys, I would open up an account with either Fidelity or Vanguard or some other brokerage account that offers a Roth IRA, and I would start investing in that. In my Roth IRA, guys, I just have an index fund, and it is the VTSAX through Vanguard Total Stock Market, and that's what I do. I max it out every year. And I also have a brokerage account. The difference between a Roth IRA and a brokerage account, guys, is the Roth IRA is taxed up front, and you cannot touch this money until you are 59 and a half. And when you pull that money out, it is tax free because you are taxed up front. With a brokerage account, you are going to get taxed on the earnings or the gains every year. Or if you are like me, guys, I also invest in dividends, so I am taxed on the dividends. But being that I've been paying taxes on these for the past several years, it is not a big deal to me. I know a lot of people say you shouldn't start a brokerage account because you are taxed every year, even if you don't use that money. But guys, with me just trying to create wealth, I don't mind having a brokerage account and a Roth IRA because I need somewhere to put my money after I am done maxing out my Roth IRA. Number 4 is, guys, to make sure that you pay down your debt. I know a lot of people are going to say you shouldn't invest or save money until you have paid off debt, or you should just save a quick $1,000 in an emergency fund until after you've paid off all your debt. Well, I tend to come from the whole mentality of I like to invest while I'm paying off debt. Now, that said, if you have huge consumerism debt like a credit card and your interest rate is like 29%, then I would pay off your credit card debt before I started investing. However, if you have some type of loan, like a school loan or something else that the interest rate is like 3% and you're investing and getting like a 6% return, then I would definitely invest while you're paying off that school loan. If you are younger and you have more time to invest and you have a longer window to investment, then I would go ahead and probably pay off that school loan and then start investing because you have more money to throw into your accounts before you start investing, because trying to invest while paying off your debt can be challenging. However, it all comes down to a personal decision, guys, whether you want to invest while you have debt or you want to pay off your debt and you want to invest later. I know a lot of people, like Dave Ramsey says, pay off debt first before you start investing. It all depends on what you want to do. Like I said, guys, personal finance is personal, so you have to make a lot of decisions that are going to be best for you and learn to live with them. And number 5, guys, is to have a payday routine. This means that no matter where you get your money, your income from, whether it's a side hustle, a job, or whatever, you have to have a routine that you do with your paycheck every month. So this means that as soon as you get paid, before you start spending your money, before you go out to eat, before you buy that next pair of shoes, before you do anything at all, guys, you have to have a routine. My routine was, before I started changing my mindset about money and how to handle money and how to get money to work for me, was as soon as I got paid, guys, I would pay my bills, even if I was paying them early. Sometimes I would pay my bills weeks in advance, and I thought I was doing a great job. It wasn't until I realized that that's a poverty mindset, guys. Paying your bills early is a poverty mindset because there's no reason to pay your bills early. Yes, I am a true advocate of paying your bills on time, but I don't think you should pay your bills early. What you want to do when you get paid, guys, is to pay yourself first. I know that's totally different and backward thinking of most people. It was for me. And when I heard people talking about pay yourself first, I didn't understand the concept. And what this means is, if you are an employee, guys, before you get your direct deposit, guys, the government has already taken their portion of the money in the form of taxes. So if the government has already taken their money and you start paying the bills, that means you're the third person to access that money. And most people's payday routine is that as soon as they get their paycheck, after paying bills or even before paying bills, they spend their money. And then this causes them to live paycheck to paycheck. And also, guys, this also means that they have nothing left over to save or invest. So now my payday routine, guys, is as soon as I get paid from Home Depot or my business, what I do is I pay myself first. With my business money, guys, I don't touch it. I just leave it in my bank and move it over to a savings account. That way, at the end of the year, I'll have the money to pay Uncle Sam, and I'll also have the money to invest into my 401k. With my Home Depot money, guys, it's no different. I have actually set up a payday routine where as soon as I get paid, money goes into my Roth IRA. And then after that, guys, I will pay the bills, and then we will have some money left over that we can spend as well too. So that's why it's so important to have a payday routine. That way, you know, you are creating wealth and you're using money as a tool as opposed to using it as a consumer. And guys, when you develop these habits and you repeat them over and over and over, and that's the only way that you're going to stop living paycheck to paycheck. And it all starts with your mindset and developing the habits that are going to help you keep more of your hard-earned income. So anyway, guys, I hope these tips help you. I hope they help you get out of living paycheck to paycheck and help you get some breathing room, because I know how miserable it can be living paycheck to paycheck. We've been there. I hated it. And I know I live a much more stress-free life now that we don't live paycheck to paycheck. And guys, stress is horrible. So you need to do everything you possibly can to get out of living paycheck to paycheck. Now, I know that a lot of people, even if you do have a budget and you have done everything on this, and you have done everything that I've talked to you about, I know with the cost of everything going up, it can be more challenging to make your dollar stretch even further. And if this is the case for you guys, you have to find a way to increase your income. This means that you might have to start a side hustle. You might have to get a second job or anything else. You have to find a way to earn more money. And unfortunately, guys, that's just the society that we live in. And as I said, there's nothing we can do about the rising price of everything. All we can do is control our income. And this means if you have to do something different to earn more, then you have to do something to earn more. So anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed these tips. Let me know if they help you. Let me know which ones you are actually implementing. And if you enjoyed this video, make sure you click on the thumbs up, click on that subscribe button so that you can be notified when I put out the next video. And until then, guys, I will talk to you later. Have a great day. Bye.